All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're digging into something that's making some serious waves in global security, a really significant new defense agreement between Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. So let's unpack what's going on here. So, here's the big question right off the bat. Is this just two old friends renewing their vows, business as usual? Or are we actually seeing something much bigger, a strategic power shift that could redraw the map in the Middle East and South Asia? That's what we're here to figure out.
First things first, what is this agreement exactly? Well, at its heart, it's a top-level security deal. We're talking about a pact that formalizes everything, from joint military training and exercises to co-producing military hardware and even sharing top-tier intelligence to go after common threats.
Now, to really understand why this new deal is such a big deal, we've got to rewind a bit. This partnership didn't just pop up overnight. It's what many call a special relationship, one that's been carefully built over decades.
And this history really rests on three main pillars. For 50 years now? Pakistan has pretty much been the security backbone for Saudi Arabia, sending troops and trainers. In return, Saudi Arabia has been the financial backer, helping Pakistan's economy with crucial aid and, oil when they needed it. And on top of all that, they've usually seen eye to eye on major geopolitical issues. That's the foundation we're working with. But, and this is the most important part, what's happening right now is way more than just a continuation of the old days. The sources we're looking at are calling this a strategic upgrade. It's a conscious decision to forge a totally new kind of partnership, one that's built for the challenges of the 21st century.
And this comparison just lays it out perfectly. The old relationship, it was pretty transactional. Pakistan gave security, Saudi Arabia gave money. Simple. But this new model is all about collaboration. It's strategic. They're moving away from being just a buyer and a seller to becoming true partners, focusing on the future, not just on plugging holes from the past.
So, what does this new partnership actually look like on the ground? Well, it's built on these four new pillars. First, you've got industrial cooperation. We're talking about them building advanced stuff together, like the JF-7 fighter jet. That's a huge shift from just buying and selling. Second, joint training is getting way more complex, so their militaries can work together seamlessly. Third, they're beefing up intelligence sharing to fight groups that threaten both of them. And finally, there's naval cooperation, which is absolutely critical for protecting the shipping lanes that are the economic lifeblood for both nations.
So this brings us to the big question, right? Why the major upgrade and why now of all times? Turns out there's some pretty powerful forces pushing these two countries closer together.
The first big driver is Saudi Arabia's huge ambition, known as Vision 2030. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is aggressively trying to move the kingdom's economy beyond oil, and a massive piece of that puzzle is creating your own domestic defense industry. They don't just want to buy weapons anymore, they want to build them. And who's a perfect partner for that? Pakistan, with its already established defense industry. Now, for Pakistan, a huge piece of this is economic. The country's been facing some pretty serious financial headwinds. This deal isn't just about getting much-needed investment from Saudi Arabia, it's also about opening up a massive new market for Pakistan's own defense exports. That means jobs, industry growth, and vital foreign cash.
And then, of course, you've got the giant chessboard of regional politics. Let's be real, Saudi Arabia is looking for more independence, to have strategic partners beyond just the U.S. Both countries are also keeping a very close eye on Iran. Then you have the whole unstable situation in Afghanistan, which is a security headache for both of them. And for Pakistan, this is also about making sure they stay a top-tier partner for Riyadh, especially as Saudi Arabia is also building bridges with India.
Okay, so a partnership this big obviously doesn't happen in a bubble. It sends out ripple effects, and other major powers are definitely paying attention. So what does this mean for the rest of the world?
Well, if you're sitting in Washington, this is kind of a mixed bag. On one hand, having two key allies become more stable and secure is a good thing. But on the other hand, it's a crystal clear signal that these countries are diversifying their options and aren't solely relying on the US for security anymore.
For China, though, this is a straight-up strategic win. Beijing already has incredibly close ties with both countries. Just think about the massive China-Pakistan economic corridor. Seeing its two key partners in the region get even closer just strengthens China's own hand, creating this really powerful three-way dynamic.
And then there's India. For New Delhi, this is a delicate balancing act. India has also been working hard to build its own strong ties with Saudi Arabia. So you can bet they'll be watching this new defense pact very carefully and looking for reassurance that this stronger Pakistan-Saudi alliance isn't going to tilt the scales against them.
So when you boil it all down, this quote really hits the nail on the head. This isn't just about looking back and renewing an old friendship. No, this is a very calculated, forward-looking move to build a partnership that's ready for the challenges of today and tomorrow.
Which leaves us with one last massive question to chew on. Are we just watching two countries getting closer? Or could this be the very beginning of something much, much bigger? The formation of a new independent security bloc in a part of the world that's changing faster than ever. Only time will tell.